Hi everybody, this is Jack Hurley, the Superintendent of Schools, back for another edition of Word from the Superintendent. We are entering really full steam ahead into the spring part of the school year. And as I've said many, many times, it's probably the most jam-packed with academic activities, co-curricular activities, the arts, athletics, and a lot of excitement in the building. There's excitement at every building level as seniors are getting ready for their big send-off to the next step of college or career, looking forward to prom and graduation. But down in the middle school, our 8th graders have the same thoughts. Those students in 6th grade are getting ready to take the jump to middle school. Our 3rd graders are looking ahead to go into the bigger building at Pierpont, and the kindergarten kids know that next year they'll be headed to 1st grade. So for all, it's kind of an exciting time of finishing up a strong year and getting ready and looking ahead to a relaxing summer and an exciting new year next year. I hope you all get a chance to see the newsletters that we've been putting out. There was a borough one mailed to every resident in the borough, and we're doing that a couple of times a year, and I hope you're getting a chance to see it and enjoy it. And then also we have a digital newsletter that goes just to our school community, the parents and guardians of students in our school, and we should have one of those going back out the end of April or early May. So depending on when you see this video, you'll also be looking at very shortly, or maybe already looked at, the digital newsletter. You noticed in the newsletter that went out to the borough that our business administrator and board secretary, Mr. Kelly, has been awarded the state's Distinguished Service Award. That is a very well-deserved honor and probably the most prestigious honor a business administrator can get, given out throughout the entire state for his service, not only to the Rutherford district, but to the profession. You may also know that Mr. Kelly, who's going to be retiring this year, on effective August 1st, and we certainly will miss him. He's a behind-the-scenes guy, but without his expertise and his knowledge and his skill set, our programs just don't run. Because, as you know, funding programs is the key to having these programs. And he's always done an outstanding job with the budget for the 11, 12 years he's been here in district. I also want to draw your attention to the website where the school performance report has been posted. You can find that on our quick links. And the performance report is pretty much what it says. It reviews the performance of all the schools in the district and also the district as a whole. There's not really new information in there. Most of the information comes from the state testing that we reported on back in October, but it looks at it as a slightly different version. And I do want to point your attention, and when you take a look at the district report, that we have met and exceeded our goal for graduation for both 4 and 5 years, and we've met and exceeded the state's goal. We have over 50% of our students in high school in AP classes compared to 34% in the state. We have 79% of our students in 11th and 12th grade in dual enrollment classes, which means they're getting college credit either from Fairleigh Dickinson University or Bergen Community College while they're taking courses here in the high school. That 79% figure compares to 24% in the state. And in terms of at-risk students, and that is students who are absent 10% or more of the days enrolled in school. The state average is over 16%, and we're at 5%. So on those measurements, we're doing very well. We've hit all the targets in our language arts and math standards. And as I've said for the past year and a half or 2 years, if you've listened to these reports or board meetings, we're doing well in those tests, but not well enough. We want to do better, and that's why we've been taking a lot of deep dives into our curriculum, and we've made lots of changes that we think are going to show really solid benefits in our students' performance over the years. So if you get a chance, check out the report on our website. I also want to draw your attention to the fact that depending on when you watch this video, we are closed for spring recess the week of April 15th, and we reopen on April 22nd. And I would like you also to take a look at the school calendar because there's too many events for me to mention in this video. But beginning in the month of April, there are concerts both band and choir. There are plays at Pierpont and Union. The high school's already had their plays. There's art shows in all the buildings. There are end of the year celebrations and award ceremonies and graduations, in addition to a very robust athletics schedule. So please take a look at the district calendar and more particularly your school calendar and our athletic calendar, and we'd love to see you at some of these events to join in the festivities, support our students, and celebrate with them for their accomplishments. And finally, we've been talking a great deal about the profile of the Rutherford graduate. You probably, again, if you looked at the newsletter that went out, you read about it. And if you haven't, I encourage you to take a look and read it. We're moving forward to kind of a grand opening or a grand unveiling next September of the logo for the profile of the graduate, the foundational pieces which are alluded to in the piece in the newsletter. And then we're going to spend a year with our faculty really zeroing in on our curriculum and our co-curricular program to highlight and intensify the programs that we have in place to bring out those qualities that we want to see in our graduates by the time they go through 12 or 13 years here in the Rutherford schools. So, busy time of year, exciting time of year, and in many ways, a very joyous time of year as we get into spring. Looking forward to seeing you at some of the events. Looking forward to continuing to be able to report on the accomplishments of our teachers, our administrators, supervisors, and most importantly, our students who have done a great deal of positive things throughout this academic year. Until next time, this is Jack Hurley, the Superintendent of Schools.